Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today I wanted to talk about a dream I had, but I think it wasn't just a dream. It was just so vivid. Like, this dream happened, I don't know, maybe a month ago. And it was so vivid, like I still remember it. And I was debating on talking about it, and I think I want to share it, even if it's just for my own personal recollection later on, if I ever forget about it. But it was so vivid, and it was basically an angel prayed for me. And I remember I woke up in the middle of the night after it happened. It was like 3 a.m. when I woke up, and I remember being like, that was an angel that prayed for me. So basically what happened was, in the dream started out where I was talking to an old friend from high school, and we were talking about the real estate market and stuff, and just what's going on and different things. And then randomly in our conversation, he just looks at me and he goes, "Do you mind if I pray for you?" So I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, of course, yeah." And so he stands beside me, and I don't see him, and he puts his hand on me, and he just starts, praying for me, just praying for my healing. He's like, we just claim healing over Josh's body, that kind of verbiage. And then halfway through this prayer, he switches to speaking in tongues. And I had never heard tongues spoken like this before. Yeah, I'd never heard it spoken like that before, where it was so soft and so peaceful. Whenever I heard someone speaking in tongues, it was always very loud and very, chaotic. It feels, and just kind of all over the place. And so speaking in tongues to me was always kind of like shabla, like it was always like very, like, oh, whoa, like what's going on here? But the way that I believe it was an angel that came to me in my dreams, but I believe that this angel prayed over me in some language I had never heard before, and I'm assuming it was tongues because I couldn't make out any of the words, but it was literally, it was like he was whispering to my soul, is what I felt like. And like, it was like, to try and recreate it, it was like that's all I could kind of make out, was like this like very light whisper, and it just felt so peaceful, I remember, at the time. And I remember being like, oh wow, like this is so. And then I remember also in the dream, like, because so sometimes when I'm praying with other people and it's going on for a while, sometimes I do like lift my head up a little bit and I kind of like look around, and I don't know why I do it. It's just something I've done. I don't know if it's I've just got to move or something like that. But I remember in the dream as well, I couldn't lift my head. I remember being like, my head was bowed, and I remember trying to lift my head, and it felt like there was like a force holding my head down, and I couldn't lift my head up. Like, it literally felt like there was some force holding my head down. And yeah, so I don't know, take that for whatever that is. I don't know if that's, maybe it's something that I need to be doing more. I shouldn't be lifting my head while I'm praying, or while others are praying. I should just be, because when you think about it, when you're praying, you're in front of the King, the Lord of Lords, right? So you don't lift your head while you're talking, you're just bowed, and to show honor and respect to him, so, and to give God glory. So I probably shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, it just was it was a beautiful dream, and I just felt in my soul that it was an angel that came to visit me and just speak to my soul, like just really claimed healing over my soul. And I just woke up feeling so good. And I remember that day I had like a really great day. But yeah, I just wanted to share this dream that I had. And I think that there's a difference when you have, because I don't remember really any of my dreams. but some of them just stick out and they're very, very vivid, and they just really stay there. Like this happened a month ago, and it's still something I've been thinking about, and just all the little details about it, and just being like, okay, yeah, like maybe I was in the presence of, and I couldn't lift my head, I'd never had that feeling. And the other thing too is I'd never heard tongues spoken in that way. So for my brain, that's why I don't think it's a regular dream, because for my brain to create something, I would have had to have thought about it, and I'd never thought that tongues could be spoken that way, yeah, it was just such an interesting dream, and just really touching. And so I thank God for that. I prayed about this dream after, and yeah, I definitely think that was God sent an angel down just to pray over me and claim healing over my body. So just for things that I'm dealing with and what I've been fighting against. So yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.